Public awareness of lead poisoning went way up after that water crisis in Flint, Michigan, but that problem still exists.
And here in Connecticut, it's much more isolated, but as Darren says, the problem still does exist. So let's get the latest tonight from Chief Political Correspondent Mark Davis. He joins us live with the very latest. Mark?
Hi, Ann and Darren. Good evening, everyone from the Hartford newsroom. You know, I was just talking to someone here in the newsroom a little while ago. I remember doing stories about this going back to the 1970s. The symptoms are important and the testing is very important. Symptoms, of course, learning difficulties, development delays, nervous system and kidney problems, hearing and comprehensive loss. It may be part of the reason the state is spending so much money on special education. The shocking reality is that despite increased awareness and mandatory screening by healthcare professionals since 2009, an astounding 60,000 children under the age of 6 were reported with lead exposure in Connecticut. African American and Hispanic children were more likely to be in this group.
Lead paint in houses built prior to 1978 remains the primary source of lead for young children, and the ingestion of lead dust is the primary pathway of exposure.
Pre-1978 structures make up a major portion of the housing stock in most of Connecticut's cities. The lead dust comes from the lead paint in those structures. Most kids like things that are sweet, and lead tastes sweet. The ancient Romans actually used lead to sweeten wine. Kids are supposed to be tested before the age of 1, and about 97% of the kids in the state are getting this first test. But all kids are supposed to have a second lead test by age 2, and only about half of them are getting the second test, and that's a big problem.
It's important because children get into different things at different ages. They start moving around more by age 2 or between 1 and 2. They're curious about their environment. They're looking out the window.
And a lead paint windowsill in a pre-1978 building can be an easy pathway into a young child. Like in Flint, Michigan, another source of lead can be water. While 99% of Connecticut's public water supply is considered AAA, 17 public water systems do have problems, and in some cases, it can be in your house.
If you have brass faucets that were manufactured before the lead ban became implemented in 2014, that if you have a brass faucet, it has lead in it.
Brass faucets have lead in it. That could be a problem. Now, you can find out more about lead in the water and also the importance of that second screening test for your youngsters by coming to our website or our News 8 app on your phone. Live from the Hartford newsroom, Mark Davis, News 8.